Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Okay, I don't want to show off as we welcome you to a Thursday edition of the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you from our Thursday home. You know it by now. Sliders Oyster Bar down in Neptune Beach. Don't want to show off, but check out my shirt, this good-looking T-shirt. Yeah, I've got one. You don't. How about this? I even gave Patrick Young one. I better give Zach Rothrock one. Is these bad boys. Look at this bad boy. Action Sports Jax. Our streaming sports channel is off and running. Obviously, you know, midday, every day, Monday through Friday, you can catch Brent and Austin. They cover everything, including they really are dialed into the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then our afternoon drive show right here on the streaming channel, the Young Norvelle Show. We come to you 4 to 6 every day, including Thursdays, where we are at right here on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. Every single Thursday, we'll do it till 6 o'clock. Glad you are with us. Oh boy, all kind of stuff to get to. The Jaguars and the Bucs, the joint practice, pretty much from yesterday. I haven't really gotten dialed in, been busy all day from today's workout, and then the teams will play in a few days. But we're going to go over what was really reported, particularly I want to give credit where credit's due. John Shipley for SI, Sports Illustrated, covers the Jaguars. I'm going to use a lot of his reports from yesterday's Jaguar Buccaneers joint practice and a couple other SI situations, or actually reporters that were on hand to see the open portion of the joint practices. Jaguars, Buccaneers, and boy, some mixed reactions coming from the Jaguars side. We'll get into that. I'll tease you a little bit and say this. I'm not as high on the Jacksonville Jaguars this year as a lot of people are. And, you know, I've picked at the fluffy local Jaguar media over the years, and I know them all. I can call them fluffy and pick at them because I know them all, and they know me, and they can pick at me. That's fine. We're in the fluff time where your local media will, I think, lean toward, oh, you know what, a couple breaks here and there, they can win 10, 11, 12 games. Well, you and me and God and Santa could really know that the Jaguars are going to win many less games than that, but it's fluff season. It's talking season, but my goodness, I don't know if you followed some of the reports out of yesterday's joint practice. There's red alarm concerns about several areas of the Jacksonville Jaguars, including the number one area I think they're going to be terrible in. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line is going to be terrible. We'll get into that. You can tell me how wrong I am, how right I am, what have you. We'll talk about that as we go here on the program. Jags, Bucs joint scrimmages going into the preseason game on Saturday. That is one of our major topics. Some good was gleaned from the Jaguar practice yesterday, I think, with the Buccaneers, including throwing and catching. They threw it and they caught it well. There is an asterisk around there. We'll get back to that in a moment. And I'm not so sure. I think Etienne's a big-time running back if used correctly. I'm not so sure, and I will expound on this as we go. I wonder if behind what I think is a average to bad offensive line for the Jaguars, is Tank Bixby a better option than Etienne? We'll talk about that as we go. Speaking of the Jaguars, speaking of myself, Terry Norvelle, I have, and I've put it down, I'm going to break it down for everybody. I have an incredible idea. Maybe my best idea ever, and I'm a smart guy that graduated from a private institution of higher learning. I like to call it the Harvard of the South. I don't think I've ever said that on the air. I've got one of the great ideas of all time that will benefit the Jacksonville Jaguars, that will benefit the Florida Gators, that will benefit you and me, the Duval County taxpayer. one of the great ideas. It hit me this morning. It is unbelievable. Now, before I unveil it, I'm going to do a Scout's honor right now. If you are an attorney, a practicing attorney, and you are watching and or listening to this show, you right now, I command you, you are a witness and a fiduciary to my idea. When my idea is unveiled, you will, because you heard it, you can't say, oh, I didn't hear it, la, la, la. No. You will back me up. All I'm going to ask for my incredible financial money-saving idea is 1%. I want 1% finder's fee, developmental fee. You attorneys out there watching and listening, start recording. You hear yourself. We're watching you. We will be able to track you down and tell if you were listening and watching at this moment when I give the idea out. So you're on the hook. You are legally on the hook, and you will have to fight for my 1%. My 1% of my incredible cost-saving idea for the Jaguars, Gators, and you, the taxpayers. I've run the numbers, and I think it comes into $300,000. I expect a $300,000 paycheck from, I don't care if it's two separate, one from the Jaguars, one from the Gators. I don't care if it's one together check for $300,000. You can do it any way you want it, but I'm going to give you an incredible financial idea that will be a win-win-win. Not a lot. There's win-win, not a lot of win-win-win. I've got win-win-win. A little bit later, around 5 o'clock, we'll visit with Brent Beard. He's been out on vacation for a little while. Brent Beard has a lot of college football news and notes we'll get into in the second hour, mainly, including today is D-Day, sort of. Will FSU make public their demand to exit the ACC? Today is August 15th. That's kind of one of the lines in the sand. Now, if Florida State is not ready, and there's a good chance, I mean, this is a massive legal undertaking, trying to wiggle out of the ACC for Florida State and any other institution that's in the Atlantic Coast Conference. The Seminoles may just pass this date without an official announcement that they are petitioning to remove themselves from the conference just because of time. They may be still tied up, because to put something like this together, this is a multi-million dollar situation that you're trying to draw up and craft. The Jaguars, the Seminoles may just let this time frame go by and say, hey, we just can't get it done by today, August 15th, to get us out in 2 years. Maybe we have to stay an extra year or an extra 2 years. We'll see. Will the Seminoles have the Seminoles, do the Seminoles plan, and or in conjunction with any other program in the ACC, maybe Clemson, maybe North Carolina, maybe Virginia, maybe not, but do the Noles plan on making an official inquiry or a request, I should say, to get out of the ACC? So far, so good. I haven't seen anything, and it may be, again, the fact that midnight could strike and the Noles did not petition to get out doesn't mean they're going to stay in. It might mean that this legalese is so big, and they've been hammering at this, trying to put their case together so long that they need more time. It could be they need more time. We'll talk about that. College football topics we'll get to, including the Gator running back situation. Where do the Gators go if Montreal Johnson cannot really carry the ball to his credit or his level in the season opener, Florida versus Miami? We'll discuss that. And I don't – obviously, the easy running back to question is Etienne, who went from Gainesville to Athens. Good running back. Etienne would really help Florida right now if he was still on the Gator roster. Nobody's going to debate that. Do you realize do you realize there's another former Gator running back that I think could really help? I'm not saying the guys on the roster won't become good players and won't be good players from the first snap against Miami. They may. But I think you've forgotten about one running back that I liked when he was at Florida. He didn't get the bulk of the carries. There's a running back with recent University of Florida football ties that his name is on the early Doak Walker list of names. That award goes to the best running back in the country. We'll talk about that as we go. Boy, the White Sox, good news from Major League Baseball. The White Sox, they did a really smart thing. Tip of the hat, tip of the visor, I should say, to the Chicago White Sox for not only reading the room, but reading the room correctly. Okay, that is a setup of what we're going to get into today. We would love to have you join us with the program. I'm on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. You know what they feature. They feature the wonderful, freshest seafood you'll find anywhere from Safe Harbor Seafood right down the street. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how close it is. You talk about from the dock to your plate, right there. I mean, it comes out of the ocean. This seafood comes out of the ocean, and you're getting it on your plate like that. I went to a birthday party this past Saturday, and the party, I had to ride the ferry that gets you over to Heckscher Drive. And Safe Harbor Seafood is right there at the ferry. Safe Harbor Seafood Marketplace, where you can go buy seafood in bulk quantity at the market, is right there at the ferry. And Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant, sit-down restaurant, is right there. It is amazing how close all of that is. And I got on the ferry. My friend lives 1 mile once you get on the other side of the ferry. It's amazing how close Safe Harbor Seafood is to Sliders Oyster Bar. You cannot get fresher. I'm telling you, right out of the Atlantic Ocean, right to your plate, prepared the way you want it. Best seafood, the freshest seafood in town can be found at can be the Safe Harbor Seafood served at Sliders Oyster Bar right here in Neptune Beach. If you know, you know. If you don't know, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? College football news and notes we'll get to. I'll tease a little bit. Deion Sanders, boy, his rabbit ears are going to kill him. If Deion Sanders does not get a handle on his rabbit ears, I think he's going to have an absolute implosion. He's going to have a heart attack. We'll dive into that a little bit as the Big 12 media days have wrapped up. But Deion, gosh darn Deion, take a breath, my man. Take a breath. Also, I never in a bazillion years thought that I would introduce a topic, a college football topic, that would involve Michigan State football and Adolf Hitler. I know. You should never talk about Adolf Hitler. Michigan State football, I guess, did not get that memo. I don't know if you have followed this story. There's a massive lawsuit going on in addition to Michigan State and Mel Tucker. Remember, Mel Tucker was fired, and he forfeited or has forfeited a massive amount of money for cause, and that's all going back and forth. Michigan State won like 9 games, year one under Mel Tucker 3 years ago. They signed him to an unbelievable contract. Mel Tucker has gotten some trouble and was fired at Michigan State a couple years ago with regard to a sexual harassment type situation. As if that's not bad enough for Michigan State football, they are now embroiled in a potential ugly situation / lawsuit that ties in Michigan State football hosting their bitter rival, the University of Michigan, pregame, video boards, and Adolf Hitler. Yeah, that Hitler. I've never in a bazillion years thought I would bring that up. Oh, And I think there's some media world out there that says, you know what, guys? If you're in the broadcasting world, bringing up Adolf Hitler will never be good. Hey, don't kill the messenger. This is actually happening. How it got to this point, how there wasn't a checks and a balances, you shake your head at. You shake your head at. We'll get it deeper into that. And as I said, the White Sox, the Chicago White Sox, you know what? The season has been terrible. They are 29 off the top of my head. The White Sox, with 40 games to play-ish for everybody in Major League Baseball. The White Sox, if I remember right, looking this morning, they are 29 wins and 93 losses. So, the White Sox, the record for losses in a Major League season is 120, I think it is. And that was the 62 expansion New York Mets. Oh, the White Sox. They are going the wrong way. But tip of the visor to the White Sox ownership and the White Sox management. They read the room, but more importantly, they read the room correctly. We'll talk about what they did. Good for them. I'm not on the plate here. Zach Rothrock is producing. Zach, where are you? What are you doing? How's your Thursday before we go to break? Zach,
my Thursday's
Rothrock.
fantastic. I've been on the edge of my seat about your brilliant idea all day ever since I read that in the potential show rundown.
Yeah,
and you
saw that.
You
And
say that we're all entitled to 1%.
No. Whoa.
That's what I heard. I
Hold
heard
up.
you say that I'm entitled to 1%.
Hold on.
No, you're entitled to 1%.
Pull the tape. I'm getting a 1% kickback for the greatest idea.
Yeah, I'm getting a 1%
save
kickback.
The Jaguars. No, sir. Zach, I need you to hit that rewind button. And this is evidence. Do not erase that. This is official evidence.
Yeah, you also
Zach Rothrock,
you threw out a
we have attorneys watching.
You threw out an SAT word. I don't know what that was. What was that? It was something about the lawyers. A long F word when you were talking about the lawyers. Not that F word. There's a different. You said an SAT
Fiduciary,
word.
pal.
There you go, man.
Fiduciary. That means that you have
That's a Harvard of the
South
word.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I apologize. I guess this morning when I left my house, 9-ish this morning to start my day, I try to dummy down, Zach, every day so I can work with the people.
I appreciate that.
Maybe I did not dummy down enough to work. Fiduciary.
Not far enough for me.
Yeah, fiduciary. And where did you go to college? South Carolina.
I was at the University of South Carolina Fighting Gamecock. I actually have it on right now. Well, I didn't go to the law school.
Let me tell you, those buzzards at South Carolina. Their nickname's the Buzzards, right? The South Carolina Buzzards, right? Not the Gamecocks.
They have a lot of
the
nicknames.
Buzzards.
I don't know if I've heard buzzards. Oh no, I definitely yelled cocks in the stands, so we're definitely the cocks.
Oh, you gotta love the South Carolina female fans that proudly wear "Let's Go Cox." I love the Cox.
Oh yeah,
and they do, right? They have the T-shirts, yeah,
right on the chest.
Yeah.
Where it
But
bounces.
anyway,
whatever.
the word was all the attorneys out there. As I'm going to give away this incredible money-saving idea, and I deserve 1%. The word is fiduciary. That means you have a right to do right by me. I'm your client. You have a right to do the right thing, okay? Fiduciary. You know what? Just for going to JU and getting a degree, I should that should make me a lawyer right out of the gate. What do you think? I
mean, you're definitely at least as qualified as someone who has watched the entire Better Call Saul series. I would say, definitely at least on that level.
What a great show! And by the way, if I was an attorney, Better Call Terry. I mean, that is my man. Dude, don't you love Better Call Saul?
Oh yeah.
And that was whoa! We got a Patrick Young sighting. We have a Patrick Young sighting.
All right.
I love him, and that was a spinoff from Breaking Bad, right?
Oh yeah. That was a
spinoff.
Prequel.
I tell you, that guy, and I can't ever pronounce his name. Odenkirk, I think is his last name, the actor.
Bob
that plays
Odenkirk, yeah.
Bob Odenkirk. I mean, could you possibly play a shady, break the rules, just under the bar exam police better than he did? I mean, he played that
It'd
hell
be
out of
hard.
that role, didn't he?
Oh yeah, for sure. It'd be tough.
And guys, you gotta love. He was the classic attorney that his office was in a strip mall.
Yeah.
You don't want your attorney. You don't want your attorney's headquarters in a strip mall, right? Pretty much. I guess.
Well, maybe that's exactly where you want it. Potentially.
Yes. Yes. By the way, Better Call Saul was great. How about Mike the Enforcer?
Oh yeah.
Bald-headed Mike. Was he a great character? Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. Zach, did you watch it? Did you watch Breaking Bad?
I have seen Breaking Bad. I actually have not seen Better Call Saul in its entirety. I've seen parts of it, but yeah, Breaking Bad.
I'm with you.
That's one of my all-time favorite
I'm with
shows.
you. I have never sat down and went season 1 of Better Call Saul, but I'll bang out 4 or 5 here and there. A really good spinoff is Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad. Right? Yeah, it really was. And boy, I'll tell you one thing. For people, and Patrick, hang tight. We're going to go to break. Come back. We'll obviously dial you up as well. For people that have never seen the series Breaking Bad, and if you're one of those people, you're always looking for a new series, I'm going to say I recommend Breaking Bad, but bring your lunch, man, because it will wear you out from an intensity standpoint. And I think you would agree with that, Patrick.
Oh,
It will wear you out. It's one of those, you watch it like this, don't you? You're like,
Yeah, there's a high level of intent because Mike White. What was his name? Mike.
Will White. Will White was the
Walter White.
Walter White. There you go.
He took he made his own relative moral decisions on why he got into the game and then why he stayed and trying to hide it. And obviously, once you're dealing with bad people, bad things happen.
Yeah. And the key to Breaking Bad, I thought almost every episode, Walter White, the lead, and by the way, what an actor. I mean, he's Malcolm in the Middle's dad.
I know, right?
I mean, he can do happy, fun sitcoms or just gruesome, dirty actor on the other side. But they did a great job. Every episode, they would kind of get in deeper. They would get out a little bit and get in. And get out a little, almost like The Godfather when they said, every time I get, they pull me back in or whatever The Godfather said, which was great. You just can't he couldn't get out of the quicksand, could he?
Well, you have to, being a Bryan Cranston fan, his show on Netflix, Your Honor, it's right up there, Terry.
My.
Terry, it's
really?
right up there. Yes, it is excellent.
Is Cranston a good or bad guy or in between?
He's a great judge, and something happens to his son that he has to make a lot of decisions because he knows the thing that his son did. If these people found out that what he did, he would die, he would get killed, and so he's trying to protect his son, and he's willing to do whatever it takes. So, and he's a great judge. Before that.
Oh my, sounds great. Yeah, and I mean, obviously Bryan Cranston's been around, good solid actor. Malcolm in the Middle, the dad. He's had a couple of those starting roles, but once he did Breaking Bad to show I think if you're a really good actor or actress, you kind of have to show that you can do this end of the spectrum. Yeah. Or this into the spectrum,
but Terry, what's so crazy about that is, he was with Malcolm in the Middle. It was pretty extreme, like there's been plenty of characters that they do a role so well that they never get something else like they can't. And it's not even that they're not good. They're just maybe the public eye can't accept them as that other role.
Yeah, stereotype. You get stereotyped. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. All right, before we go to break, I'm going to pick out 2 women in relatively recent series, okay, within the last 10 years, that their character, and we're going to go to break, but their character was not designed at all to be sexy or hot or wow, she's hot, right? Okay. And I'm going to do 2 characters, female, and I want your and Zach's answer to this. And I think they are both. They just got it. Okay. Number 1, do you remember the series? And I think it's off the air now in new series, but Blackish. Did you ever watch Blackish? Fun series, happy.
A little bit. Not a lot.
The mother in Blackish. Can you picture her in your mind?
That's Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes, and yes. Not a supermodel, but she has it. Something about her, to me anyway.
I'm a fan.
Now, okay, would you agree with that or no? Yes or no?
I mean, I put her on the hot list, but her level of as an actress, she is up there, man. But her role was not just to be a pretty face.
No, her role, and Zach, I don't know if you're listening or know what we're talking about, but yeah, the mom from the Blackish.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm going to give her. Do you know what we're talking about, Zach?
Is that what yeah, I do. Well, I had to look. I wasn't 100% sure, so I had to look it up. And yeah, I can't do the noise, but I would give
Terry,
her.
my mom doesn't want to hear that sound coming out of your mouth, Terry.
Well, that's too bad because
I know, right? That's too bad.
That's my sound version of Sex Panther Cologne. Okay.
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 I got
so, you. But I mean, she's not she's got kind of bug eyes. She's not a traditional supermodel, but she's got it. There's some. Now, here's the other one. Here's the other one. And I think this series has pretty much ended first run, but it just ended. And this mother on this series, same way. Now, she's dressed down because of the era. The era of this is late 80s, early 90s. But Young Sheldon. Do y'all know the series Young Sheldon? It's a spinoff from what was the other one?
The Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's a spinoff. Do y'all know that series, Young Sheldon? Right?
Yes,
they go back to the
absolutely. Yep.
Okay. The mother in Young Sheldon is hotter than hot, and she's not supposed to be in that role, but okay. That's right. Anybody? Zach? Patrick? Anybody want to follow up on that?
I haven't seen much of it to give you a response, but I'll take your word for it.
Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I looked her up. I mean, I think that you might be attracted to her personality. I don't really know.
Now, keep in mind, both of these ladies I'm talking about, their role is dressed down. They're not supposed to be glittery and sequin dresses with a slit up to here and low cleavage. You got to know where to find.
I understand.
Okay? You two young bucks have probably passed a lot of in your life and don't even know it. Y'all aren't even smart enough to recognize.
That's a possibility.
Okay.
I just appreciate it.
So I don't know how we got off on that topic, but let's take a break.
That was on your agenda.
That was on your agenda. Way to go, Pat. Way to go, Pat. Here's what we're going to do. Hey, by the way, you can see all of our, can you guys see all of our social media? All the stuff you're supposed to go to and sign up. Can y'all see all that?
Yeah.
There you go. There's our Facebook. There's our Instagram. There's our X. There's our XYZ. There's our everything. Anyway, follow that with us. Let's take a break. On the other side, Patrick, I don't know if you saw some of the joint practice reports from the Jaguars and the Bucs. They're practicing yesterday and today together. Then the game. Oh boy, some good, some bad from the Jaguars' perspective. Let's talk about that on the other side. And hour number 2, we're getting deep into college football. Brent Beard, who's back from vacation, will join us about 5:05, talking a lot of college football. As if I'm doing this right, Patrick, if I'm doing the math right, college football / Florida State, Georgia Tech, 9 days from kickoff.
Yeah, I know, right?
9 freaking days from real football in the air. It might be in Dublin, but it means real football in the air. That and a whole lot more. Stay with us right here on a Thursday edition of the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you from the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Back here on a Sliders Oyster Bar Thursday. Tomorrow we're down at Bricks Jax Beach, hanging out at the beach on Thursday and Friday. That's what we do here on the Young Norvelle Show. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young, Zach Rothrock, everybody out there listening, watching. We want to hear from you. The chat line is open. Patrick, I am going to proclaim this right now, okay? Right. And I'm not going to say that we won't have a couple of 2 or 3 more really hot little days here and there, but I'm proclaiming this right now. The summer heat weather is breaking. It is officially breaking. I'm telling you, I'm announcing it. The cooler weather is going to start taking over, and today is like the first day. I'm not going to say that, Patrick, in the next 10, 15 days, we may have a 99-day scorcher or 101. But I'm telling you, Patrick, take it from old Terry, born and raised on the west side of Jacksonville. The nasty weather is breaking.
Every part of me wants you to be right, bro.
Yes,
I want you to be right so badly.
Here we go. Number 2, Patrick.
Man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I'm like you. I like the summer. When I was young, it couldn't get hot enough, quick enough. As I get older, though, man, I like the summer. I like, May, June when it starts turning, and July. But it's too hot. It's been too hot. It's time, right? Wouldn't you say, Patrick? It's time to break that.
It's time for it to at least give us the cool mornings.
Yes.
Give us the it's fine, 85, 87 during the day, and then the cool night. We need the cool breeze.
I hear you.
Gonna be a cool night. Well, Paul Davis, you know about that.
I know that song. I think
it's the only song.
Now, one-hit wonder. Now, with all that said, Patrick, I don't want to brag, but have you noticed the shirt I'm wearing?
I do. I see it.
How good does that look? Mr. Brent Martin.
It makes me a little uncomfortable, you rubbing your chest like that, but okay.
And I gave you, Mr. Brent Martineau, basically our boss, who really coordinates and runs this streaming sports channel here on Action Sports Jax. He gave me one, and he gave me one for you.
Doesn't he have a great voice?
Oh, are you kidding me? This guy's unbelievable. He's got the look. He's got the voice.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
It's like, hey, look at me. I'm Brent Martineau. I'm not really plumbing here. You know what I do when I need a plumber? Call these guys.
That's a great commercial, right? And he admits it. He was up under there. And, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but if you need somebody that knows what they're doing, call these guys. You're right. I was listening to Brent and Austin actually today, and they're our midday show. We're real proud of this streaming sports channel we've got here on Action Sports Jax. The easiest way to follow it, and if you could tell people, help us grow the show, go ahead and download Action News Jax, the massive website, Action News Jax. And when you download that app, when you go to it, you'll see this logo, Action Sports Jax. Click on that bad boy, and whatever show's on at that time is on. And we're on 4 to 6. All right, Patrick, I want to throw this out. Do you realize, and I think you do, 1 week plus 1 day, which means next Friday, old Terry, I'm going on an extended vacation. I will be gone from Friday to Sunday. That's my vacation. Next Friday, I get on a plane. I'm heading up to see some friends that live in Atlanta. We're going to have a fun time Friday afternoon, evening. So I'm not doing the show next Friday. And we're going to hang out in the Atlanta outskirts and have some fun Friday night.
Yeah,
then we're going to wake up. Yeah, we're going to do that. But listen, then we're going to wake up the following Saturday, the 24th. And my buddy Barry Thomas and all the people we're going to hang out with, a bunch of good old West Side people that live in Atlanta now, we're going to go find a TV and watch Florida State, Georgia Tech at noon. At noon, by the way. They play at 5 in Dublin, but it's noon. We're going to watch the first college football game, FSU, Georgia Tech. And then we're going to head down to downtown Atlanta, and we're going to take in the Braves taking on the Nationals. And with all that said, Patrick, I'm going to be out of town next Friday. Guess who's hosting this little show next Friday? Any idea?
It's going to be the Young Show.
The Young Show. Are you going to be able to handle it? Are you going to be able to handle the show?
I'm going to give my best, and whatever comes from there, that's all that matters. Just like the Australian girl, Ray Gunn of the Olympics, she gave her best. She worked really hard to be there.
You are the Ray Gunn of broadcasting.
I'm going to try to not be the Ray Gunn of show broadcasting.
You are the Ray Gunn.
But I'm going to actually give you I'm going to give you some actual talk. I don't know what the heck she was doing. It's embarrassing.
Do you have an early rundown on what they might experience next Friday when good old Terry is out of the loop? Any idea? Tease them a little bit.
Well, it's going to be pretty cool having kickoff going on while the show's on. Oh no, that's Saturday. I'm tripping. That's Saturday. Not Friday.
Here we go.
I gotta do some research. I gotta do a little bit of research. Probably won't talk much baseball.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh man, I'll find some stuff. But I'll have Ahmad Black on. We'll talk about a little bit about his experience, All-American, Florida. Then I'll have Denver Parlor come to talk to us a bit. The
Gator basketball.
And then who knows? I might grab Pat Dooley or Jeff Cardozo.
Okay, we saw those guys.
One of those guys there, and it'll be fun.
Now, let me bring back Zach Rothrock. Hey, Zach, you will be producing next Friday, I do believe, correct?
That is the case.
Okay, sweet.
Can you help my man Pat if he needs it? Because I don't want either one of y'all calling me on that Friday. I got to get away. I need some space from you guys.
Oh, don't worry.
I got to get away.
Getting called.
Terry, if things were not going well, you would literally be the last person I would think to call.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like. Well, wait a minute.
So if you're getting called, just know that it's already. There's nothing else to be like. We're just letting you know, like it's done. It's already. The bomb's already exploded.
And by the way, let me throw this out from a serious note. Next Friday, obviously Friday, including tomorrow, we'll be at Rick's Jax Beach. Looking forward to our Friday on location every Friday down in Jax Beach at Rick's. Next Friday, Patrick, you're going to do the show from. You're not going to be at Rick's. You'll be either in the studio or at your setup.
I'll come to the studio.
Yeah. You'll do the studio there, and I'm being serious here. There's too much stuff to set up. It's not an intricate setup. But hey, man, we're just gonna and Rick's, they're very, very kind. They're gonna let us go ahead and broadcast. It'll be a Rick's Friday.
From 4 to 6, and I love them. I feel like they don't even know we're there. From 4 to 6, 11 to 1, we at least got some eye contact. 4 to 6, when it's popping off in there, we're not getting.
They got their face down in dinner. They're eating dinner, but no, we want to think it'll still be a Rick's Jax Beach Friday, and you'll hit Rick's during the commercials and everything, and you'll talk about Rick's, obviously. But we'll actually be not on location next Friday, but tomorrow we'll be down at Rick's. Looking forward to it. Somebody just said, hi, Terry. Hey, Terry. Hey, Patrick. I'm going to say hey, Patrick, as well. They didn't say hey, Patrick, no.
So, Terry, I want to cut, on that day, I would like to cut, probably this is an exact question and probably an off-air question, but anyways.
Okay.
I would love to cut a read of the golf tournament coming up. Be the third annual year for the golf tournament, and want to put third there. And yeah, right.
Dude, I was just on PY4 Foundation this morning. Southampton is the course.
Southampton.
Late September. Talk about your third golf tournament that we cannot wait to roll around.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty cool. This is honestly the least stressed that I've been in terms of getting things going. Yeah. We have a great team. I
agree, man.
Man, we have a great team getting this stuff going. And Southampton is so easy to work with. It's family owned. You hate to say, on our competition's radio station, you hear them talk about Southampton all the time, and I'm jealous because that's a spot I wish that we had, because it's man. But the golf tournament is third year, and what's so cool, Terry, we have evidence and proof of the work that we've done now as a foundation. Yes. So I'm super excited about that because I got sick last year, and it was too hard to figure out that stuff. So we just kind of took a step back. And the first year didn't know what I was doing, and this year now
we did great year one.
And our grant program is now approved. And I want people to know, if you know someone that is in need, that's going through a spinal cord injury, something life-changing, and they could use a small financial help. It's only $1,000, but hey, $1,000 when you're grasping and trying to support your loved one, that could cover bills for a month. That can help a lot. So it's really easy to apply for that on the website as well. We've already helped one person with that, and it's only going to continue to grow. This is year 3, and man, it's so blessed, Terry.
Can I throw out, and if I'm stepping too far out, reel me back in. Last year, year 2. I was at year 1. You and I were not partners on the radio yet, but I was at year 1. We've got photos, and it was wonderful at the yards. Year 2, we were already on the air, and I helped out as much as I don't know how to put on a golf tournament, but I helped out. But late in the process, and I think this is the marketing group that you're using this year. We got hooked up with a marketing group that knows golf tournaments.
Yeah,
that's what they do, and it was Paul Tesori's wife, and they have a marketing corporation.
I love it. It's Passion, Talent, Integrity is the name of their PTI marketing. Yep.
And they know what they're doing.
Yep.
They really know what they're doing, and they're involved this year. And again, putting on a golf tournament. And Patrick, I think we did a good job last year at Queens Harbor. But you and I and some other people, we fumbled our way through until we found PTI a little bit late. They are really taking this thing by the horn. This is what they do, right? I mean, this is putting on golf tournaments from beginning to end is what they do, right?
Yeah, from beginning to the end. You know, they've worked with a lot of athletes, and they are. And I remember this so well when I was in the NBA, we had a financial expert come in and he said, "You guys are experts on the court. We are experts when it comes to finances, and they are experts when it comes to nonprofit, not just golf tournament, because what they do so well. You know, when we have our breakout our mastermind meetings, she's always, and they're so good about this. All right, Patrick, what do you want? And because when they after having a relationship, kind of have a feel, and they say, all right. With the money, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. It is up to you of how you want to help and use the money. And they do such a good job of that, because a lot of stuff that they do, it just takes time to get in contact with people. I have the connections for people, but they're able to do the dirty work. They do all the dirty work.
That sounds like, with our show, I'm currently meeting with, and I think I've found, but, meeting with social media people that, obviously our show, you see behind me, we have social media, but you really need to have a handle on that.
What happened to our the one kid that was with us, the young guy?
That guy, you scared him off.
I scared him off?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You were mean to that one day, and he gone. He gone. Patrick, you could be a little intimidating, okay? I'm just going to tell you this.
In a
wheelchair?
Be
a little intimidating. Patrick, have you seen your arms? Patrick, have you seen? Here we go. Have you seen your 2 pythons that you're rolling around there with the? Yeah. There we go. That kid was scared to death. You said you raised your voice to him one day, and he was gone.
Need a massage chair?
No, do not touch me.
Get those filthy hands away from me.
Do not touch me. But you scared him off. But no, social media is just like the golf tournament. You really need somebody that knows their profession, right? You're busy. I'm busy. I fumble around.
Yes.
But we need a real. And you know what?
Oh, dude.
You've done a great job your first 2 golf tournaments, but you didn't catch up with the Tesori group, the PTI group, until late last year, and that's what they do. Sometimes I remember,
you got to go. This is so funny. This is so funny. So the first time I met Michelle, that we got her on. So we were my first year doing the tournament. We were having a golf committee meeting, and this was probably let's say there were 10 meetings total. Let's say we got her to come on meeting number 9. She talks for like 20 minutes, and everybody's like, "Who the heck is that girl? We needed her. We needed her from the beginning." So nice. They're pretty amazing, man.
So Patrick, as we're going to come up to a break here in a second. Come back for a short segment, then we'll visit with Brent Beard in the second hour. Obviously, the first 2 have sold out in terms of foursomes and players. This 3rd annual Patrick Young Foundation Golf Tournament will sell out. Do you know, are we doing 96, 100 and something? And it's
we're trying to keep it at, I think, our magic number, because we I think 92.
You want to keep it comfortable. You want to keep it comfortable.
Keep it right at 92. Yeah. We don't want to be one of those places that puts 32.
Yes.
Like 27. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Between 22 and 25, we'll be right around there.
And that is, I remember from last year, we could squeeze 6 or 8 more foursomes, but then you're busting at the seams. It's stretching another hour and a half. So we've got the number. Patrick, as we go to break, Patrick, people that right now are watching or listening saying, hey, I want to get my corporate team in. I want to get a team in. I want to be a sponsor. I want to help out. I want to volunteer. Where can they go to learn everything? How can they turn to get involved in your
It's
tournament
all
in late September?
One stop shop is on PY4 foundation.org. It'll take you to a sponsorship. It'll take you to the website. It pops up about the event, and then you'll also see the sponsorship deck. It'll take you to all the sponsorships, and actually on this upcoming game next month with the Florida versus Texas A&M third game of the season, we're going to set up a tent across from the stadium on University in front of the Lutheran Church. Pretty much everyone's saying, and we'll be I'll be doing books. We'll be doing taking donations for the foundation, just spreading awareness. We'll have plenty of stuff to hand out: T-shirts, wristbands, stickers. So and then gonna go to the game and watch our boys get a win.
Wait a minute. So is that the Saturday before the golf tournament on Monday?
Saturday before, yeah.
Wow. Hey, I'll be there because I'll be covering that game. I'll be there. Wow, that's going to be a big time. And the tournament is in late September. I want to say Monday, September 3rd, I think.
23rd.
Help me out.
23rd.
Yeah.
It's we were December. It was cold, man. It was cold that morning, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're going to do it now. As we go to break, a spinoff, and we haven't even started yet diving into this, but we've got a new sponsor starting this coming Monday. We will be in San Marco every Monday at 4 Score Golf Tavern, right there in the square, the San Marco Square. This Monday, 4 to 6, every Monday. Patrick, we are discussing, and you and I have kicked around a little bit, but that's an indoor simulator, right? You can play golf, you can play all sports. They got 4 separate simulators. They put on indoor golf tournaments. I want us to have a PY4 Foundation winter tournament because the hell with the weather, we're going to do it indoors. Yes. We're going to do it indoors. I'm excited. I was talking to Robbie, the general manager, yesterday. I was out there yesterday, and we're going to put that bad boy together. The cool thing about that place is weather doesn't matter. Heat, rain, cold, you can go have fun, play golf. Any course in the world you can dial up at 4 Score Golf Tavern, our new Monday home starting this past Monday. Hey, Pat, hang tight. We're going to take a quick break, come back. We got a short segment, and then we'll get to Brent Beard. I got to get my idea out, Patrick. Okay. I've got the greatest idea. All I'm asking for is 1% finder's fee, idea fee. That comes to $300,000 I'm going to make, but I'm going to deserve it from the Jaguars, the Gators, and you, the taxpayers. We'll talk about that on the other side. Hour 1 wrapping up on a Thursday. It is, of course, on our show, a Sliders Oyster Bar Thursday.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, hour number 1 is pretty much in the books. We're going to wrap it up here in a few minutes, then we'll kick off hour number 2 with Brent Beard talking college football, our college football analyst. Brent's been out for a couple of days, a lot to get to in college football. Patrick Young's here, Terry Norvelle. It is a Thursday edition. I'm set up right here on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. All right, Pat, I've been previewing it. I have the greatest idea I've ever had, and I'm a smart guy. I've had a lot of good ideas, okay? This is my number 1 idea. I want 1% kickback for this idea. The money will come from the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Florida Gators. It will save the Jaguars, the Gators, and the taxpayers of Duval County a ton of money. It's the best idea. Now, by me taking it public, I know we have some attorneys listening. Honest engines now, listening to this idea, you are tied to me. You are my representation if I have to call you, okay? To get my one, all I want, Patrick, is 1% of this incredible financial idea I had. Are you ready, Patrick Young?
I'm ready
for the idea.
Man, you know how to tease. Barry, you know how to give a tease.
You're damn right. I'm a good tease. I am a good tease. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, here we go, Zach. Rock, roll tape on this. Here we go, boys. And I'm dead serious about this. Okay. The Jacksonville Jaguars are about to start breaking ground on the Stadium of the Future. You guys have heard, right? This is a multi-billion-dollar from the ground up. It's going, once it's completed, it'll be the greatest stadium in the world for at least 5 years, right? You guys know that, right? That's pretty much a done deal, correct?
That's the story. Yep. Yeah.
Patrick, I need an affirmative from you.
Yes. At least 5 years. At least 5 years.
We know this is going to be the Stadium of the Future. So that's a done deal. The money's there. They're going to build the Taj Mahal here in Jacksonville. the top of the top of the top, everything. It's going to be the best, right? Everybody, right? Okay, we get that. Half city money
everywhere.
Hey, charge half city money, half Jaguar money. Now, the half city money is us, the Duval taxpayers. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars have that's a done deal. The Florida Gators, historic Florida field, is an older structure that Florida now is about to finally put a massive amount of money into, and they're going to refurbish historic Florida field within the next couple of years. Okay, you with me? Now,
yes.
With that said, if you've gone to a football game in the last 100,000 bajillion years in Gainesville at Florida Field, you know for a fact, I can speak to it, Patrick, you can speak to it, every Gator fan out there can speak to it. The University of Florida, Florida Field football stadium, in terms of Power 5 and or the NFL, the Gators have had the absolute worst video boards in the history of football.
They're not good.
Florida's video boards are god-awful. They're small. They're not visible. They are terrible. God-awful by every standard. Okay, with that said, in 2014, your Jacksonville Jaguars put some more lipstick on a pig with the stadium downtown, okay? And that's one of the reasons why they're doing a massive new stadium, okay? But in 2014, you guys remember, and they're still down there, the Jaguars were so proud that they were installing not one, but two of they were the biggest video boards in the world. Y'all remember that. And they're down there, and they are beautiful. Two of them cost $63 million. 62 foot high, 362 feet wide. They are gorgeous. They are, and they may still be the largest video screens in the world. Okay?
I think they're the largest to be in an outdoor stadium. I think they're still the largest in an outdoor stadium. Yeah.
Right. So y'all know that. And y'all have been there. They're beautiful to this day. Now, why would you not, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, save on the stadium of the future? You're going to build from the ground up. And those are 10 years old right now. They were installed in 2014. Why would you not sell those two massive, incredible video boards to the University of Florida at a discounted price, who their video boards are terrible? That would help bring in revenue for the Jaguars. The Gators could get these incredible video boards for less. They're 10 years old, but they're beautiful.
And guess what? And it would take less time, Terry, because they're already made.
They're already made, and transport is an hour and 15 minutes away. You can transport them. Obviously, you transported them into Jacksonville, so you could transport them to Gainesville, and that would save the bottom line of the stadium of the future. So us taxpayers, we're going, yes, dude, this is the greatest idea. I want 1%. My guess is they were two boards originally. They cost $63 million. The Jaguars sell them to the Gators for $30 million. Okay, they're 10 years old, but they're beautiful. I've been down there recently. They're beautiful. Okay, I want 1% of $30 million, which is $300,000. There you have it. The greatest idea I've ever had. Tell me why that won't work.
Well, could they potentially be planning on using those boards in the new stadium?
They're 10 years old. You don't build the future stadium, the most incredible stadium, and use a 10-year-old anything. You're building
the Gators
most modern. Well, they're fine. Look what the Gators have had for 25 years. Their video boards these would be incredible at Florida Field.
So you don't do it for the Jaguars, but you do it for the Gators, even though they're also building a new stadium.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well, they're not building a new stadium, but the Gainesville,
they're dressing, they're putting lipstick on a pig.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good point. So you could get these. I would imagine they've got at least 10 to 15 more good years. You guys have been to a Jaguar game. You guys have been to the Gator Bowl. When they go full video board, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Oh, yeah, it's still is.
They're beautiful.
I did look it up. The New England Patriots came out in 2023. It is slightly larger, but the Jacksonville one is still humongous and huge, and your story still checks out. I just feel like the Gators are kind of getting screwed in this scenario, yeah?
I think it would, again, like Patrick said, they're not building from the ground up. They're going to really put a lot of money into it, but they're still going to budget.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, what they have fleeced, and I'm going to say this, they have fleeced Gator ticket fan for 25 years with those terrible boards. These used boards will be fine for 15 years. This is the greatest idea I've ever had. I should be the mayor. Hey, they should kick Donna Deegan out. I should be the mayor of Jacksonville.
That's just one issue. That's just one issue.
Well,
You shut your filthy mouth right now. All right, we'll go to break. Y'all stew on that. You heard it here. Every attorney that's watching and listening, your fiduciary duty is to represent me and say, this was my idea. Get it done. I want 1 stinking percent, Patrick. That's all I want. 1 stinking percent. The city should sell those 2 boards to the Gators for $30 million. I want my 1%. That's $300,000. And Patrick, if I get that check in the mail, I'm quitting this show so fast. I'm out of here, pal.
300,000?
Out of here.
If you're getting $3 million, I get it. But 300,000, you still
$300,000. That tells you how tired I am of working with this show. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I've said what I said. Okay, I've said what I've said. Let's take a break. We're going to hook up with Brent Beard. Hopefully, he heard that entire dissertation. And Brent Beard's smart now. He will be able to tell you if this is a good or bad idea. Good or bad idea. 1 hour down, 1 to go. It is a Thursday edition, a fun, light edition of the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you, of course, from our Thursday home every single Thursday, 4 to 6, Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer. You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
So the way I see it, I am $300,000 to the good. I just gave you the incredible idea. Patrick Young, we're going to bring Brent Beard on, and I hope Brent heard the entire dissertation. But Patrick Young, what say you about my great idea? The Jaguars win, the Gators win, and the taxpayers of Duval County win. What say you?
I think it's a beautiful idea because, they're going to be doing everything new. They're going to be doing every single thing new. You just would like the timing, that's the only thing is, would Florida be held hostage kind of by the timing of like, well, but to your point, 25 years of those terrible screens.
Oh, the University of Florida
you can hold in ticket holders hostage
ever. They're terrible video boards at Gainesville.
They're not good.
And I think they replaced them like 10 years ago, and I think they increased the size by about 10 feet. You're like, they are terrible down there. With that, let's go to the let's bring on. I think we got Brent Beard. He's been lolly. Brent, you've been
yes, we do.
What have you been? You've been lollygagging for a week. We're trying to kick off football, and you're out doing Lord knows what. What have you been up to, man?
Well, I've been out of town for a couple of days and back. Enjoyed the time off a little bit because I know we don't have a whole lot of it. But man, oh man,
yeah,
guys, A, it's great to see you, and B, we are on the cusp because we're talking
9 days
to see each other next week. It is game week. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing to say the least.
Monday will officially be Patrick Young, Brent Beard. We can this Monday from Fourscore Golf Tavern. We can say it is literally game week. It is not practice games, not preseason games. It's game week. With that said, Brent Beard, Patrick and I talked about it the other day. Today is kind of the first line in the sand. Will FSU or will they not notify the ACC they want to exit the conference? And that'll kick in a timeline. Now, if they do not, I don't think that means they're not getting out of the conference or trying. I think that this is such a massive undertaking. They may just need more time. Brent, what do you think about FSU?
No, you're right on. Just because they don't file today or make that announcement today, that really doesn't mean anything because, as you guys know, anything that you've got to go through with the court system, it takes quite a while. And Pat and Terry, as we talked before, sometimes with this delay, they actually catch a break in what it's going to cost to be able to get out of this thing. So, but look, I've been told and I've seen again that they are not going to the Big 12. They are going to the Big 10. That is who wants them. Fox wants them. And I think we've talked about this before, but it bears repeating. This question about the AAU, this elite academic situation, Pat and Terry, they are making progress with that. Fox knows it. The Big Ten know it. So that is not going to keep them from going to the Big Ten. The question now is, when is it going to happen? And we should know something with that, I think, sooner than later.
Do you think, and Pat, you probably got some questions for Brent as well. Brent Beard, do you think, and this is just speculation, but I kind of have a feeling, and I don't know if it's FSU, ACC, Big Ten induced. I don't know if it's SEC, but or what the inducement is. But I've got a feeling, and I don't know what the definition of on the cusp is, but I have a feeling that we're on the cusp of at least one more. Wow, did you hear? Like, wow, did you hear Oklahoma, Texas, SEC? I don't know what that is, and will it necessarily be Florida State, Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Virginia, North Carolina? I just have a feeling that we're in the cusp of wow, did you hear what happened today?
Would you put a timeline on that, Terry? Would you put like within, because I don't disagree with you.
This season, this college football season at some point.
The only reason that's making me skeptical of that is I think a lot of schools want to see how the travel situation for Cal and Stanford go.
Interesting. Good point.
I think they'll kind of see how that, because there's certainly potential for growth, and these conversations are for sure being had.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything's going to be made in concrete to see, especially how a smaller school like SMU going to the ACC, like, is that going to be worth it for SMU? Is it?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
How they compete and how they compete.
Brent, what are your thoughts? I know it's an overview, general statement I made, but
Sure.
I just feel that at some point this football season, and whatever may get announced may not enact for a couple of years.
Correct.
But I think we're still sitting on a wow. Did y'all hear that FSU, Miami, Clemson, and North Carolina are going to or did you? Hey, Sankey was crazy like a fox or silent like a fox. They went and added 4. Yeah, I think we're sitting on one more big bang this year. I don't know why.
No, I think that's a good point. In the Pat's point, it may not happen right now because you don't want to deal with a lot of things in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
But but the other thing is, I believe it's coming. FSU's going first. They paved the way. Clemson's going to be next. Now, eventually, guys, the team that the Big Ten and the SEC both want really bad is North Carolina.
Yeah,
they're not going to get them until the political stuff in the state of North Carolina is dealt with.
Yeah.
They don't want to get any. And see, this is why Greg Sankey said what he did at media days when he was asked point blank, "Are you interested in Florida State?" And he didn't say yes or no. What he said was, "We're not interested right now in getting into another legal situation."
Yeah.
I mean, he handled it very carefully. But you can read between the lines on that one, can't you, guys?
And Brent, to add on to that, Patrick, you and I giggled a couple weeks ago when Sankey said that. To add on to Brent, Sankey was asked, "Hey, the SEC, you added 2 more, are you done?" And he said, "Well, we're happy where we're at."
Yeah.
I mean, what does that say? No, we're happy where we're at with 16.
Well, I wonder now.
We're not adding anymore.
If you're the Big 12 commissioner, what is the conversation that you have with your schools? Hey, guys, just let me know if you're thinking about going somewhere else.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm sure he would love to know, but
yes. But you can't.
He can't get any more blindsided than he did before with Texas and Oklahoma, though.
It's hard for your wife to walk up to you and say, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go talk to a divorce lawyer tomorrow." You kind of don't do that, or your general manager really can't walk up and say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna start sending resumes out tomorrow because I'm not real happy where I'm at."
Yeah.
It's hard to give a heads up, even though the conferences that are losing people would like a heads up. But I think we got a couple more. I think we got a couple more big bangs. Hey, Brett, I think this came out of your notes today. If not, I apologize, but I saw it recently. I saw something that said within a day or two this week, I think, at University of Florida football practice, some media people saw Montrell Johnson, the running back who had some kind of procedure, going pretty hard on a stationary bike.
Right.
Right. If that's true, Brent and Patrick, I think that's a good sign. If he was and they said going hard on a stationary bike. Was that your notes? It might have been somebody else.
Yes, it was. Now let me pose this to both of you. He's going hard on the stationary bike, but he's going straight ahead. Here's the problem.
Okay.
It is now both of you played comment on this.
Good point.
What they don't know is how much can he cut. That's going to be the reality of this, right? Whether it's basketball or football. Yes. That's what they don't know yet.
But at least, Patrick, and you comment on this as well, at least there's a chance his cardio will be in the ballpark. In the ballpark of game cardio.
Have you been on one of those bikes before, Terry?
Yeah, it's tough. If you put in the work, if I used to do spinning a long time ago, quite often. If you put in the effort, now you can fake it.
Yeah.
But when they say crank the knob, and if you put in the effort, I would do a 45-minute spinning class, and that was the same as a 5-mile run. Yeah.
Talk about how much sweat.
Yeah. But I took that. Now, the spinoff I wanted to go, guys, on that is certainly ETN is the other running back last year. ETN is in Athens. That's done. That's water under the bridge. We get that. He would be the number one running back right now with Johnson injured in Gainesville. I don't know if people know this, and I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but I just want to. This was a running back that was at Florida 2 years ago that I thought was a pretty good – he was a little guy. I thought he was productive when he got the ball. I don't know if Gator Nation – and this won't make you feel good if Florida has a deficiency at running back, but do you guys remember Naquan Wright?
Oh, yeah.
Naquan Wright, little guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember him.
Do you guys realize he transferred out mainly because of ETN and Johnson? He didn't have many carries. A quick little guy. I think he was a good back. I liked him a lot. He just didn't have anywhere to get carries. Do you guys realize he is in his second year at South Florida, and he is on the Doak Walker preseason running back list? And I don't want to stir it up, but, man, I hope Florida can replace and have a quality back because, man, ETN and or Naquan Wright could be there. And I know should, and all, but Brent, how about that? He's on the Doak Walker early list.
And look, that South Florida team could be a lot better than we think they are. And to go back to what you were saying a minute ago, South Florida may be I think along in Memphis are going to be the two teams that go to the ACC sooner or later. Now, back to your point here, and Patrick saw them last night from a distance, but Jaden Ball, Baughh, and also Trayon Webb. Now, I've been told those guys are pretty good. This is a better running back room than people give it credit for. So hopefully Johnson will be back sooner than later. And again, the thing we got to remember is this is not a conference game. I'm not saying Florida's going to win the conference, but that does make a difference to some degree. Pat and Terry, to me, the group that really is going to have to play well against Miami is the offensive line. Because look, the three of us can run through the line if they block well. That's a group that's got to come off the ball and come off the ball quickly.
Definitely. Guys, I want to get to this real quick, and I hope it doesn't bring him down. But obviously, within the last couple of weeks, all the major conferences have had their media days, including Colorado in the Big 12.
Oh yeah, thought you knew you were gonna bring it up.
My goodness. If I was buddies with Deion Sanders, if he was sitting right here off the record, Deion Sanders, if he doesn't do something, in my opinion, with his rabbit ears, he's going to have a coronary. I mean, Deion Sanders he wants anything that is said about his program or him. He has taken on every fight, and I'm like, Dion, man, put the rabbit ears away, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have y'all noticed that, Pat, Brett?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, he's not a complete coach by any stretch of the imagination. And see, the mistake that he has made at Colorado is he's done so little with high school players, and he's trying to get a whole lot of transfers there. And that's okay for a little bit. But, guys, you're not going to build a program with just transfers.
Well, I'm not sure how much does he really want to build a program when as soon as he's getting an opportunity for a bigger school,
he's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Well,
that's what everybody thinks, Pat. That's what everybody thinks.
And look, and from what Pat's saying, when his kids are gone, is he gone too?
Yeah. And guys, to wrap up the Dion talk, we'll take a break. Then I want to bring up the Michigan State mess that is going on. The Dion talk, it reminds me a little bit of a marriage or even just a relationship. What's the old adage? I got to get it right. The pick your battles, pick your wars kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time you come home, if you're married, you probably don't want to make every single little battle into a war with your wife. Okay, I can live with her. Leaving her dirty clothes on the floor, or and she does the same thing. Dion right now, every single battle he turns into a war. I think he needs to just take a breath and back off at some point. Don't pick every fight that's out there, Brent.
That's got to be annoying to him.
Gosh.
Yeah. Well,
hey, you would think.
Look, the thing that also needs to be brought up. What if they lose that opener? Look, I think that's absolutely possible that's going to happen. See, North Dakota State and South Dakota State, we're playing Oklahoma State and Colorado, and those are like the top two teams in their division.
How about that, Patrick? North Dakota State and South Dakota State are ranked 1 and 2.
Yes.
In the FCS, right?
Yeah.
The Division 2. They open up with Dion and Colorado and Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Keep in mind, Dion, his season last year spiraled out of control, and he got off to a good start. What happens if they get off to a bad start? I think Dion may just implode. He's got to back off a little bit, man. He can't. I don't think he can fight every single fight that comes down the pipe.
Right.
I don't think. Brent,
a coach that does that, how long can they even be a coach at that point? You wonder. You then start to worry about their health and that level of stress that they are creating themselves.
No doubt. I mean, it seems like anybody that sneezes anything possibly negative about Colorado football, Dion is there and blowing it up. Dude, pick your battles, pick your wars.
And guys, listen, this Colorado game, the opener is on Thursday night against North Dakota State. So
the world's watching.
Look, that's right. You read my mind. Unlike Saturday, where people are involved in other games, you've got a lot of games on Thursday. You may have a dozen, but I guarantee you, guys, if they're behind in the third and fourth quarter of that game, what are the ratings in that game just to see him lose?
Oh, it reminds me of, was it the Stanford game that Colorado was winning big, and it might have been a Thursday or Friday night game. They were winning like 29-0. They lost the game. I remember driving home, and I was like, "Oh, they're blowing them out." Well, as I'm pulling in my driveway, it's Stanford just scored. At the end of the half. It's 29-21.
Travis Hunter got picked on that game. Goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't go to bed. As Brent said, I couldn't go to bed, and Stanford won of the. And part of me, that was when they were still, I think, 3-0 or 4-0, and part of me was like, I'm going to stay awake. I want to watch Dion blow this lead.
Yeah.
And I kind of like Dion. but he's becoming his own worst enemy. Brent, stay with us. We got one more segment with you, if you don't mind. I want to bring up, my goodness, what a messy situation at Michigan State to add on to two other messy situations at Michigan State. Remember Larry Nassar, the doctor that was in so much trouble for doing unscrupulous things to athletes. And remember Mel Tucker and all that stuff that just went down with him getting fired. There's a latest thing around the Michigan State football program. We'll talk about that and some more stuff related to college football with Brent Beard, Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Stay with us here. We'll take a quick break on Action Sports Jax. Come back and start wrapping up a Thursday edition from Sliders Oyster Bar.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Right back here on a Sliders Oyster Bar Thursday edition of the Young Norvelle Show. We welcome you back. We got about 30 minutes or so left, a little under 30 minutes. We've got a couple segments. Brent Beard joins us for one more. Patrick Young, of course, the Young Norvelle Show here on Action Sports Jax. Guys, I don't know if you know this before we get back into it and talk a little Michigan State football. My God, another fumble by Michigan State football. Tomorrow we'll be at Bricks Jax Beach, and you guys know about the Friday ribeye steak special. I don't know if you guys know that, Patrick, I don't know if you know this. I kind of snuck down there last Friday a little early, and I might have set up the gear early, and I might have sashayed over to the bar and ordered that $12.99 ribeye steak with 2 sides. And I had a one-man steak party before the show last Friday.
There you go.
How about that? Yeah.
How'd you get through the show after eating that?
Oh, I was so sleepy.
It's not too big.
It was good. It was good. All right, guys, another college football situation. Michigan State, my God, they cannot get out of their own way.
Really?
You guys, let me set it up. The horrible situation. Larry Nassar, remember that was their team doctor, their athletic team doctor, and he was run up and charged and sent to federal prison. He actually got killed in prison, I think. Literally.
Oh, really?
But he got run up on charges within the last decade. He was doing just horrible advances on the student athletes, particularly females, that he would give physical to. I mean, obviously, he was the team doctor, right? Just a horrible situation where he was assaulting mainly females, Michigan State athletes. Number 2, within the recent couple of years, Mel Tucker wins a few games his first year, like 9. Michigan State gives him an ungodly contract. You remember that? This is incredible, guys. $95 million over 10 years because he won 8 or 9 games his first year. Well, then there's a big, ugly divorce. Mel Tucker got involved in some type of sexual lawsuit. Remember, they were bringing in a speaker that spoke to the team, and this was their job, this speaker's job, to speak to organizations about sexual harassment and crossing the line. Well, Mel Tucker was harassing this lady, right? You guys remember this. And there's a huge lawsuit going on. Here's the latest, guys. So Michigan State, it appears they're about to get sued or in the process of a large lawsuit by kind of an entertainment company. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but Michigan State hosting Michigan, okay, a big state rivalry in football, okay? So the game is in Lansing. The recent game is in Lansing. And the word is that, pregame, you got the crowd filing in. The 2 teams are working out. We've all been to pregame in a big college football game. And this is Michigan State. And you're playing music. The teams are working out. You're trying to entertain your crowd, right? And you're making announcements. Right, Patrick? You're making announcements over the PA. Hey, tickets for next week's game are on sale, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to entertain the 30 and 40,000 are already in an hour and a half before the game. So the story is that Michigan State on their jumbotrons, and we talked about those earlier today in the show, they start running some trivia. Okay, they're running trivia on the jumbotron for the people in the stands. You guys with me? The warm-up before Michigan State football. And it's jumbotron trivia, which is common. I've seen that happen. Brent, you've seen that happen. Pat, you've seen that happen. They're just trying to entertain the crowd that's sitting there. Kickoff's maybe 50 minutes away, 45 minutes away. So the story goes that the audio-video guy for Michigan State, they went to YouTube and just grabbed an entertainment company that does trivia, right? On YouTube. They grabbed their property, and it was European history. Why they decided to play European history on the video boards before Michigan State football. Okay, so they're flashing up European history questions. Number one, that sounds crazy, right? I mean, why European history? Why not state of Michigan history or Michigan State football history or Michigan State rivalry history? So they start flashing up European trivia questions on the board to entertain the crowd at Michigan State. Well, guys, Patrick, Brent, one of the questions and the answer was Adolf Hitler. Why in God's green earth would you, A, do trivia on your video boards before a big football game between Michigan and Michigan State, and the subject is European history, and certainly how do you let a question with the answer Adolf Hitler get by? So there's this uproar. Well, this company, this YouTube company that does entertainment, they've gotten a little bit of backlash because their name has popped up in this story, right? And they're going, wait a minute, we didn't, they grabbed that illegally, right? So here's Michigan State in another lawsuit because, but guys, how does that get by? Why are we doing European trivia at a college football game anyway?
Anyways,
help me out, Patrick Young, go first. How does this happen?
Too much freedom, too much trust. Giving those guys too much trust that they're because common sense isn't, man.
Oh my God!
In the world,
and this company is.
When is it ever not a sport or a music question? It's sports or it's music.
Yes, Brent Beard. This company, I don't have their name in front of me, but this company, they've gotten some backlash on social media just because they're the company, and they're going, wait a minute. You did not come to us. You didn't buy this legally. No. We could have if you came to us, we're catching all this negative flack. You're hurting our image, and they're suing for millions of dollars. I don't blame them. And they're saying, hey, if you had just come to us, we would have put a package together that was appropriate for a college football game, maybe State of Michigan trivia or Michigan State football trivia. And so here's another stub your toe Michigan State lawsuit that's probably going to cost them a lot of money.
Well, I think a couple of things here. One is, and you see this on these man on the street interviews or woman on the street interviews, people don't know history. I'm sorry, they just don't. And I'm not trying to excuse them. They should. But here's the thing, Terry and Pat, and look, this used to happen when I wrote for the Times-Union. If you wrote something outlandish or something that was inappropriate, you'd have an editor that caught it, and it would never see the light of day. And that's what should have happened there. You should have had a producer, or you should have had someone that had enough experience and may I say wisdom that should have said, guys, we cannot run that one in the climate that we're in today. But unfortunately, but probably the person that put it up there and the person that was in charge of the whole shebang, I mean, neither one of them, probably either A, caught it or B, knew what was going on.
And Patrick, probably, I'm guessing, trying to think it through like Brent just outlined it. I'm guessing a young audio, video, social media person in the Michigan State athletic department was kind of, hey, you run the audio, video board for pregame and do some interesting stuff. But Patrick, doesn't there have to be a more senior person that's overlooking this young kid, I'm guessing, and said, okay, what's the theme? By the way, this is Michigan State, the biggest game of the year. What's our theme? Our trivia. What's our trivia theme? And what do you mean? One of the answers is Adolf Hitler. We can't. Yeah. And by the way, the war that is going on, the Islam, Hamas, and all that had just started.
Oh wow!
And you're like, does somebody not oversee that? My God, Michigan State. My God. Anyway, Brent Beard.
And there's other bad people they could have chosen that would not have been as, they could have chosen somebody bad if they wanted to, but, if they would have said Stalin.
They went to the baddest.
Like Stalin was bad, but, not as bad as Hitler. And
they went to the baddest of the bad. The guy that tried to and nearly took over the world with all bad intentions and tried to shove one race down everybody's throat.
The guy that tried to completely eradicate an entire race.
Yeah, right.
All he wanted was, the guy that only wanted one race, one race walking there. And anyway, Brent Baird, where are we at now? Obviously, Florida State, Georgia Tech, we got to put them aside because they've started a week earlier. They're getting on a plane, I think, a week from yesterday. They're heading on a plane.
Right.
They've got a game week. Their game week will probably start on Saturday.
Sure.
Because
sure.
I think FSU and Georgia Tech will fly out on Tuesday to get to Dublin for 2 days and then to get their legs under them, walk through the stadium and play. Where are we at? Most programs have 2 more scrimmages. Is that right, before game time?
Well, they've only got maybe one.
Maybe one, okay.
Yeah, the slip. I know there's some of them having them today, probably some tomorrow and some Saturday. Now, see, a lot of these scrimmages we had over the weekend were about 120 plays. I don't think we'll have that many plays. Because, Terry, frankly, in this day and age, think about this a minute, a 120 play scrimmage is 2 games almost.
It really is nowadays with the clock rules, and college football has gone to greatly. The NFL has always kind of, with their rules, and their clock goes faster with their rules, but the NFL has always kind of settled in on 65 plays in a game, 66. College football, you could play, 72, 74, 75 snaps.
Yeah,
you'll play
right.
10, 12. But college football rules have backed it up, and they've tried to shorten the game by plays. So I think you're right. Yeah. So the 102 scrimmage days might be in the books now.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Terry, one thing I wanted to discuss with you is yesterday was the 10th anniversary of the SEC network.
How about that? 2014.
Isn't that amazing? They had some specials on last night. They had Dari Noka, Paul Feinbaum. They had Chris Doring, and who were in the studio, and they were discussing some of the things that they did. Now, look, you and I have touched on this before. Number one, I'm glad we've got it. I think overall that they do a pretty solid job.
I do too.
What they really do to help themselves is with particularly women's sports like volleyball and gymnastics, baseball and softball have grown considerably because of the SEC network.
Yeah.
But now I don't know if they've helped football that much, but they certainly take up the inventory, and you're able to get to see your team who normally you may not.
Go ahead, Brent. Go ahead.
Well, my only thing was, Terry, what can the network do to make themselves better? I think you and I both have agreed on this. They don't have, besides games, they don't have enough live shows really in the course of the day and over the week.
I agree, and you and I have talked a lot about, and before Soapbox Terry and Zach, I think we may just take this to the top, if that's okay with you. And we can take a quick break if we need to, but we may just take this to the top. Brent, you and I have talked before, and you referenced it about the SEC network. We're so happy they have it. It's filled a void. And before I act like you and me, we're the end-all, be-all, we are guys that our professional career has kind of leaned toward college football heavy. I mean, certainly we cover everything, cover the Jaguars here, but our wheelhouse is college football, which is the SEC. I'm with you. The SEC network, 10 years into it now, 10 years old, it could use a little freshening up.
Yeah. Yes.
And I don't necessarily mean blow out all the talent, because I like most of the talent. But don't you think it could use a freshening up? And one of the things that I think they could do better is you are the network of the programs that make up the SEC.
Yeah.
You should have some more autonomy to get inside those programs. But I will say this, Brent, and I want you to comment on this. I will say this, and I don't think it's just Terry, SEC guy, talking. On a Saturday night, particularly after I've watched the games, and maybe I'm in the final game, on a Saturday night, much more than ESPN/ESPN postgame/ESPN game day going back to the site of SEC Now is must-view TV.
It is, yes.
To me. And
yes.
I don't think it's just Terry, the SEC homer. Talk about it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that totally. I think Dari Noka and Peter Burns do a good job with that. But it's a wrap up of the action of the day, and it allows you to catch up. And look, it's just on a reel, right? And it's just played over and over again for an hour until what, about noon the next day.
Well, and let me cut you off. I will settle in on Sunday morning, and particularly if there's a big game going on Saturday night and you're riveted to the TV and it's 11:45 before it ends midnight, I might not catch all of the final SEC Now, but Sunday morning it might be 9:30, 10:30.
Yes.
I'm going to watch 30 minutes of that show to get caught up, because I think they're the best in the business. Now, they've got the SEC to their exposure, and I get that as well.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing I want to bring up with you. Look, they've signed Paul Feinbaum for several more years with an extension. The thing that I've often wondered, and I know they do the morning show, what is it, Terry? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday and Friday. With Doring and Burns. I'll be honest with you. Maybe you do. I don't think about that show when I get up to try to.
I don't either. I just don't either. I don't either. Brent, do you think? Go ahead.
Well, the thing I've wondered is, Terry, how difficult would it be with all the talk shows that go on across the nation, and some that are really good, that they couldn't have another talk show in the morning or at noon to kind of balance out what they're doing with Feinbaum. And if they did that, they would have more live programming.
Let me throw this out. We got about 3.5 minutes left here before we get out of here on a Thursday. Remember, we're down at Jax Beach tomorrow. Come down, say hi, 4 to 6. Brent, do you think, and it's just a guess, Feinbaum, who has been the voice of the SEC network, 10 years ago, he was at the peak of his popularity, and they were smart to bring him on. They were smart. Right. He had a dominant radio show in the South. They were very smart. Do you think that with this new contract, and he'll probably fulfill it, do you think we'll see soon a second guy on the set with Feinbaum as they're kind of positioning a new guy to take over that seat?
I think you may see that. I would agree. Look, Paul, he might, but Paul right now, Terry is I'm pretty sure Paul's in his late 60s. And see, what I'm wondering is, now he upped the deal, but Terry, in 5 years, will he still be there? I don't know.
And most of these athletes, they sign a 4 or 5 year deal. They don't wait till 4 or 5 to decide their fate.
Yeah.
To decide their fate. So you could see, but I could certainly see Feinbaum and or the SEC network saying, hey, the step down procedure is, and who is he? It's probably not going to be Peter Burns in the group now, but a brand new guy, the next Dari Noka, the next Peter Burns. That's 32 years old right now. That's a really professional at what he does.
Agreed.
I could see there being a second seat on that set as they kind of hand it down.
Yes. Yeah. But I think overall, Terry, and I salute them. I celebrate 10 years with them.
Same here.
I'm glad it's there. I would miss it if it's not. I will tell you this. I will tell you this too. I've watched some of the Big Ten. Terry, I'm not sure they don't do a better job than the SEC network in some things. I don't know if
shame on me. I don't watch enough. I don't watch enough of it. I'm so provincial, I guess, with the SEC.
I understand.
Brent, as we go, just a minute left. I tell you who should really kiss the ground at this 10-year anniversary of the SEC Network is if you are an SEC softball coach.
Yes.
If you're an SEC gymnastics coach.
Yes.
If you're an SEC soccer coach.
Right.
And frankly, if you're an SEC athletic director.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped bring your smaller sports to a podium.
Sure
so you get to say, hey, wait a minute, we're not shunning. Softball's on plenty of Friday nights. Gymnastics is on. Yeah, it really has helped the minor sports. And I don't mean to be rude, the minor sports.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm an old guy now. Friday night, I'm settled in at 7:30 in my pajamas. It's must-see TV when you have a great gymnastics meet or softball game.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. And people don't understand that. That's really big-time viewing. I would agree with that. Absolutely.
Brent, we got to go. I hope to have you tomorrow sometime around 5 o'clock on our Friday show. Thank you so much for everything you do with our show. We'll talk tomorrow. That'll wrap it up for Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We're live at Sliders. We'll be at Bricks tomorrow.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit